These strange humanoid figures, humanoid entities, appeared to be wearing helmets deep in the lake.
Lake Baikal, the deepest lake on the planet, is a treasure trove of life. It hosts thousands of different plants, a one-of-a-kind species of seal, and over 50 types of fish. But amidst these wonders lie mysteries. From tales of peculiar humanoid figures to strange submerged craft, the lake's depths hold a wealth of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Could there be extraterrestrial life forms swimming in Lake Baikal, right here on Earth? Join us as we explore the alien creatures in deepest lake in the words, Swimmers of Baikal, Siberia's deep ancient jewel. Lake Baikal, located in southern Siberia, Russia, is a magnificent rift lake nestled between the Irkutsk Oblast to the northwest and the Republic of Buryatia to the southeast. Covering an area of 31,722 square kilometers, which is slightly larger than Belgium, Lake Baikal is the world's 7th largest lake by surface area and the 2nd largest in Eurasia, following the Caspian Sea. What makes Lake Baikal truly extraordinary is its incredible depth. Plunging to a maximum depth of 1,642 meters, it holds the title of the deepest lake in the world. This immense depth allows it to contain an astonishing volume of water, 23,612 cubic kilometers. Remarkably, this is about 22 to 23 of the world's fresh surface water, surpassing the combined volume of all the North American Great Lakes. Adding to its list of superlatives, Lake Baikal is also the oldest lake in the world, with an estimated age of 25 to 30 million years. Its waters are renowned for their clarity, offering some of the most pristine views into the depths of any lake on the planet. This combination of size, depth, volume, age, and clarity makes Lake Baikal a natural wonder and a vital resource for scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. Lake Baikal is a vibrant ecosystem, teeming with thousands of plant and animal species. This natural wonder is not only a haven for wildlife, but also home to the Buryat tribes. These indigenous people live on the eastern shores of the lake, tending to goats, camels, cattle, sheep, and horses. The area to the east of Lake Baikal is known as Transbaikalia, or the Trans-Baikal region, while the region surrounding the lake is often referred to as Baikalia. Recognizing its unique ecological and cultural significance, UNESCO designated Lake Baikal as a World Heritage Site in 1996. Lake Baikal's rich biodiversity, combined with the traditional lifestyle of the Buryat people, creates a fascinating stage of natural and cultural heritage that continues to captivate and inspire those who visit or study this remarkable region. Unexplained phenomena in Lake Baikal. Given its mountainous location and harsh climate, it's no wonder that the depths of Lake Baikal remain largely unexplored. Yet, the lake's mysteries and strange tales are even more astonishing than its inaccessibility. In the late 1950s, a Tu-104 jet crashed into the lake after being pursued by an unknown metallic vehicle. The pilot radioed a distress message to air traffic controllers, claiming to have been attacked. Despite many eyewitnesses, including community fishermen who saw the aerial chase, no official records of the event have ever been found. Some witnesses described a silver flying saucer chasing the plane until it crashed into the water and disappeared. Despite numerous testimonies, no conclusive evidence has been found. In 1977, the Soviet Academy of Sciences acquired 2 Canadian-built submersibles named Pisces II and Pisces VII. These vessels were then transported to Lake Baikal to conduct various geological surveys. For over 6 weeks, Soviet scientists completed 42 dives into the lake, reaching depths of up to 1,000 meters. During one of these dives, several scientists were exploring the lakebed in Pisces VII. As the submersible floated just above the lake bottom, its spotlights cast a mysterious yellow glow inside. Curious, the scientists looked out of their portholes to locate the source of the light, only to find it growing brighter. The glow then passed overhead from one end of the submersible to the other, before moving off toward the center of the lake and fading into darkness. Upon resurfacing, the scientists asked if Pisces II had followed them into the depths, but they were informed that the other submersible had remained on the surface for routine maintenance. Subsequent inquiries revealed no other military or scientific expeditions operating in the area at the time. Furthermore, Only a few vessels were capable of reaching such depths. As a result, the identity of the mysterious light source remains a complete mystery, leaving scientists puzzled and intrigued. Speculations have circulated for a long time about encounters with mysterious aircraft in the skies above, suggesting that these events might not solely involve extraterrestrial activity. Many of these sightings occur near large bodies of water, where the vessels are sometimes seen emerging from or submerging into the water. This pattern is particularly evident in several incidents documented by people living near Lake Baikal. Alex Jacqueline, a dive instructor, recounted an experience to a reporter. He was out on the lake in his boat one evening with several students when they noticed a blinking red light in the distance. As the light approached their boat at a significant speed just above the water's surface, they realized it was a solid ball of red light pulsating gently as it moved. Just before it should have passed directly above them, the orb unexpectedly plunged into the water, rushing past beneath the surface. For a brief moment, the water surrounding their boat was illuminated by a strange red glow before the object reappeared and swiftly darted away into the night sky. A similar incident was recounted to the newspaper by Sergei Kasic, a local resident. One evening, his young son spotted unusual activity over the water and called Sergei out onto the balcony. Peering into the darkness, Sergei observed a blinking orange light hovering just above the surface. Suddenly, the glowing object shot vertically into the sky, only to descend back down in a straight line to its original position. To their amazement, a second identical light emerged right next to the first, as if rising from the water. The two objects then darted back and forth over the lake, almost like they were playing a game or chasing each other. After several minutes, both lights shot up into the air before swiftly diving into the depths of the lake, never to be seen again. These mysterious craft's movements, both above and below the waters of Lake Baikal, bear a striking resemblance to other notable sightings reported from around the world. Portal to otherworldly realms. Since the era of Genghis Khan, when the lake was central to the powerful Mongol Empire, numerous myths and legends have sprung up around it. In Mongolian religion, various spirits are believed to inhabit the natural world, but Lake Baikal is an exception. Instead of spirits, the Mongols thought that demons resided in its depths. The Buryats, a Mongolian ethnic group still living in the region today, regard the lake as a sacred place. They continue to perform shamanic rituals on its shores, claiming that the gods of the lake occasionally reveal themselves. For many years, the lake has been linked to numerous strange sightings and inexplicable phenomena. Locals frequently report seeing mysterious bright lights emerging from the water, and there have been countless UFO sightings. The most famous incident occurred on April 17, 1987, when a large flying saucer was spotted in the sky. Valery Rudensov, a resident of the nearby village of Shida, recounted that there were 13 of them. Around 12:20 a.m., one of them went outside, and seconds later, he ran back in, calling for them. He stood in the yard, pointing to the sky. About 150 meters above them hung a huge flying saucer. From its center came a phosphorescent purple beam, and along its edge were yellow portholes, like windows in their rural houses. The saucer had a diameter of 70 meters. They saw it so clearly and for so long, someone even suggested throwing a stone at it. The full moon made everything visible, leaving no doubt about what they saw. The ship then glided smoothly, moving along the bay's shore and toward the hills of Olkhon. Since then, it's been sacrilegious for Valery not to believe in UFOs. His friend Alexander, a hunter, and his colleagues who lived there for 20 years, often see UFOs, and they're still alive. So when they talk about bright balls or pure, they constantly see them on the shores of Lake Baikal. They exist. These stories add to the enigmatic allure of Lake Baikal, making it not just a natural wonder, but also a focal point for unexplained phenomena and cultural legends. In 2015, an intriguing article titled "Aliens and UFOs in the World's Deepest Lake" was published by the Siberian Times. It featured a remarkable photograph capturing cigar-shaped objects hovering in the sky above Lake Baikal. This sparked a question. Could there be an operational alien submarine base lurking in the lake's depths, still in use today? With numerous UFO sightings reported, it's tempting to speculate that aliens might be using the lake as a hub for their interstellar travels. However, A puzzling challenge arises when considering the lake's winter conditions. As temperatures plummet, Lake Baikal freezes over, forming a thick layer of ice up to 7 feet or 2 meters in thickness. This effectively seals off the lake from the outside world. How then, one might wonder, could any extraterrestrial activity persist beneath the frozen surface? This leads us to another enigma discovered in 2009 when astronauts aboard the International Space Station observed 2 mysterious holes puncturing the thick ice covering Lake Baikal. These circular openings appeared annually during the freezing period, manifesting in various locations across the lake's surface. It seemed as though something was either emerging from or descending into the lake, piercing through the formidable 2-meter-thick ice. These holes lingered for days to months until frigid temperatures once again solidified the ice. So immense were these circles that they could only be discerned from the vantage points of airplanes or satellites. Intrigued by this phenomenon, scientists embarked on a quest to unravel its mysteries. An international team of researchers hailing from France, Russia, and Mongolia convened in 2010 to study these peculiar ice formations, hoping to shed light on this baffling occurrence. At first, scientists thought the circles formed because warm water was rising from the lake. But they found circles in the deepest, coldest parts of the lake, which didn't fit this idea. Another theory said methane gas bubbles from the lake bed made the circles. However, some circles were in shallower waters where there were no gas bubbles. So, who or what made these odd shapes in the ice? To this day, scientists still don't know the answer to this puzzle. But what if there's another explanation, one that scientists dismiss? If we consider the numerous UFO sightings and reports of mysterious lights over Lake Baikal, we might entertain the idea that the lake could serve as a site for extraterrestrial activity on Earth. If there were an alien submarine base at the lake's bottom, it's plausible that aliens would need to travel to and from their home planet periodically, even during winters when the lake freezes over with 2-meter-thick ice. Could this be the reason behind the strange ice holes in the lake? Perhaps the only way to find out for sure is if someone dives into the lake and witnesses what lies beneath firsthand. Soviet divers and the Lake Baikal mystery. In 1987, amidst the height of the Cold War tensions, the Soviet Union, driven by its pursuit of scientific and military advancements, erected a naval research base near Lake Baikal. Little did they know, this decision would lead to a startling discovery that would send shockwaves through their ranks. As part of an ambitious diving expedition aimed at uncovering the mysteries of the lake's depths, 7 brave divers embarked on a journey into the unknown. Their mission: to explore the deepest recesses of Lake Baikal and unlock its secrets. However, what they encountered beneath the surface would defy all expectations. As the divers descended to a depth of 50 meters, a sense of unease washed over them. Large shadows loomed in the murky waters, and an eerie sensation of being watched sent shivers down their spines. Then, in a moment that would haunt them forever, they came face to face with beings unlike any they had ever seen. Standing before them were towering humanoid figures, measuring approximately 9 feet tall, adorned in strange attire. Clad in tight silver suits and spherical helmets, these terrifying beings exuded an otherworldly presence. Ignoring the warnings echoing in their minds, the Soviet divers made a fateful decision: to capture one of these beings for study. Yet, their attempt at containment was met with a force beyond their comprehension. Suddenly, a powerful unknown energy surged through the water, propelling the divers violently to the surface. The rapid ascent from the lake's depths subjected the divers to the dangers of decompression sickness, a condition with potentially fatal consequences. With their lives hanging in the balance, the desperate divers needed urgent medical attention. However, fate seemed to conspire against them as they faced a dire shortage of working pressure chambers at the naval base. Despite the presence of many pressure chambers under normal circumstances, on that fateful day, only one remained operational, a grim reality that forced them to confront an agonizing dilemma. Yet, faced with a desperate situation, the commander made the difficult decision to compel 4 men into the pressure chamber. Tragically, the 3 men unable to access the chamber succumbed to their injuries on the beach, while the remaining 4 survivors suffered severe wounds. When classified Soviet documents became public, The Lake Baikal incident garnered attention in esteemed Russian socio-political publications like the Federation newspaper, a government-controlled media outlet. Curiously, there were no official rebuttals or comments from the Ministry of Defense of the newly formed Russian Federation. However, over time, the declassified documents recounting this event mysteriously vanished, leaving behind only a tale: the legend of the beings known as the Lake Baikal swimmers. Echoes from the abyss. While some have tried to discredit the divers' accounts, Alexei Tivanenko, a respected doctor of historical sciences and prolific writer, stood behind their story. With over 100 books and approximately 5,000 articles on local history to his name, Tivanenko interviewed the residents near Lake Baikal. In his article titled "Traces of Real Alien Life in Lake Baikal," he recounted the strange events witnessed by nearly all Baikal fishermen over the years. One such tale, shared by fisherman Nikolai Kirif, unfolded near the Circumbaikal Railway on the lake's southern shore. Here, Lake Baikal plunges to depths of nearly 1,400 meters, right at the water's edge. The frigid waters, even in summer, rarely exceed 3 degrees Celsius, posing a grave danger to anyone who falls in. According to Kariv, around midnight, while he and his friends were fishing in silence, massive humanoid figures, shimmering silver in the moonlight, began emerging from the icy depths of the lake as if engaged in a playful dance. Overwhelmed by fear, Kiriv and his companions hastily cast their nets and fled back to their village, fearing the unknown intentions of these mysterious beings. Tivanenko detailed this eerie encounter in his article. When the fishermen reached their spot near the Circumbaikal Railway at night, they were met by figures adorned in metallic attire. Imagine their horror as, from the depths of the dusk, human dolphins emerged one after another, leaping and plunging into the water with playful abandon, sending sprays of water into the air. Fearing the unknown, the fishermen swiftly cast their nets and fled home in a motorboat, pursued for a long while by their mysterious companions. They vowed never to return to the mysterious depths of up to 1,400 meters. As for Nikolai Kurev, he abandoned night fishing altogether. In addition to the fishermen's encounters, other locals reported strange phenomena in the lake area. Boat captains fishing at night witnessed glowing lights in the water, resembling spotlight beams, accompanied by eerie supernatural sounds. Meanwhile, those spending summer nights by campfires on the lakeshore observed peculiar fireballs, or discs, hovering above the water. Tivanenko recounted one such incident from a warm August night, where a bright ball appeared in the middle of Lake Baikal, distinct from the typical gas emissions seen on the lake. Through binoculars, it became clear that this was no ordinary flame, but a perfectly round physical object. Despite the winds, it remained steadfast above the waves, with a second, submerged sphere becoming visible as darkness fell. Tivanenko attributed this sighting to the reflection of a luminous apparatus drifting on the water. While some may dismiss these sightings as mere optical illusions, the accounts collectively suggest a compelling possibility. Advanced beings may inhabit or operate within Earth's lakes and oceans. It's conceivable that these beings are extraterrestrial visitors who have established a base in these aquatic realms. Alternatively, they could be indigenous to Earth, residing undisturbed in the lake depths for centuries. The distinct characteristics of these beings set them apart from terrestrial life forms, evident in their inexplicable strength, which proved fatal for Soviet divers attempting to capture them. The files from the Soviet era lend credence to the notion of extraterrestrial life inhabiting the lake's depths. Furthermore, the idea of extraterrestrial beings seeking refuge in our planet's oceans and lakes aligns with logical reasoning. Hidden UFO secrets. Renowned Russian UFO researcher and former Russian Navy officer Vladimir Azhaja made a striking assertion. Half of all UFO sightings are linked to the oceans, with an additional 15% connected to lakes. It seems UFOs have a penchant for water. Consider this. We have more knowledge about the moon than we do about our oceans and lakes. If you were an extraterrestrial seeking a place where you could conduct your activities without being detected, wouldn't the uncharted depths of Earth's waters be an ideal choice? Who knows what secrets lie hidden beneath the waves? Take, for example, a video captured by an exploratory submarine 3,000 feet below Green Lindsey, where a humanoid-like creature was spotted. Even today, the origin of this mysterious being remains unexplained. Another intriguing incident, documented in declassified files, unfolded in the South Pacific Ocean. During a routine operation, a Russian nuclear submarine narrowly avoided collision with 6 disc-shaped objects submerged underwater. The fully armed submarine was navigating at a depth of 260 meters in the South Pacific when its sonar radar detected a presence. 6 unidentified submerged objects were observed moving in a coordinated manner toward the submarine. What startled the crew most was the incredible speed at which these unidentified submerged objects were traveling. The submarine's radar picked up something unusual, objects zooming through the water at a staggering speed of 230 knots. The submarine's crew, understandably alarmed by the incoming objects, feared they might be under attack. So, the captain made a quick call to slow down the sub, hoping to avoid a potential collision. What's strange is that as soon as the submarine decelerated, the objects mirrored its speed change, as if they were reacting to the sub's movements. In a desperate bid to prevent a calamity, the captain ordered an emergency surface maneuver, guiding the sub to shoot upwards toward the ocean's surface. Just as the submarine breached the water's surface, something extraordinary unfolded. The crew, peering through the periscope, beheld the 6 disc-shaped objects still cruising in perfect formation. Then, without warning, these mysterious crafts ascended into the sky at breakneck speeds, vanishing into the heavens above. The astonishing pace at which these objects darted through the water, coupled with their sudden disappearances, strongly suggested that they were propelled by advanced technology, not of earthly origin. Within the archives of the Russian Navy lies another intriguing account, this time from retired submariner Yuri Beketov, who documented sightings of unidentified submerged objects within the enigmatic Bermuda Triangle. Beketov recounted instances of inexplicable disruptions and malfunctions in the instruments aboard his vessel while navigating the waters of the Bermuda Triangle. Reflecting on his experiences, Beketov remarked, "We've witnessed material objects moving at unimaginable speeds, reaching velocities of around 400 kilometers per hour. Such velocity is hardly attainable on the water's surface. It's more akin to aerial speeds." Beketov postulated that the anomalous events he encountered in the Bermuda Triangle could not be ascribed to terrestrial origins and likely involved extraterrestrial entities. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the icy depths of Lake Baikal, the world's deepest lake, a team of scientists embarked on a daring expedition. Known for its pristine waters and enigmatic legends, Baikal held secrets that whispered through Siberian folklore. One legend, in particular, spoke of the Swimmers of Baikal, alien creatures that thrived in the lake's abyssal zones. Dr. Elena Ivanov, the expedition leader, had always dismissed the tales as mere fantasy. But as their submersible descended into the shadowy depths, the sonar began to pick up unusual movements. Suddenly, luminescent forms surrounded their vessel, illuminating the dark waters with an ethereal glow. These were not ordinary fish. Alien creatures in the deepest lake in the world, Swimmers of Baikal, Elena murmured in awe, recognizing the creatures from the legends. They resembled aquatic beings with sleek, iridescent bodies and large, intelligent eyes. Communicating through bioluminescent pulses, they seemed to be studying the human intruders with curious intent. As the submersible lingered, Elena and her team realized the creatures were guiding them to a hidden underwater cave. Inside, ancient carvings depicted a story of a symbiotic relationship between the Baikal swimmers and an ancient civilization. Elena's skepticism melted into wonder. The legends were true, and humanity had finally uncovered one of Earth's most profound mysteries. Do you believe that there are aliens in Lake Baikal? Unraveling the mysteries. In 1994, numerous people witnessed strange objects behaving similarly to the Lake Baikal reports over Lake Michigan. Weather radar data later confirmed their accounts. Similarly, a significant object was observed crashing into the waters off the Atlantic coast of Nova Scotia in an incident known as the Shag Harbor Incident. Former military personnel have also come forward, claiming that the U.S. Navy has recorded multiple encounters with underwater flying vehicles while conducting exercises off the coast of Puerto Rico. Various theories attempt to explain the connection between these unidentified vessels and the oceans they traverse. Some suggest that UFOs may not be of extraterrestrial origin, but could instead originate from the deepest parts of Earth's oceans. According to this theory, their operators may have evolved underwater, or could be visitors from another planet who arrived centuries ago, using the vast oceans as cover to conceal their presence. Others speculate that the occupants of these craft utilize water for refueling or replenishing their vessels before continuing their journey. These theories highlight the mysterious relationship between unidentified craft and the waters they traverse, leaving many questions unanswered. Like many tales originating from behind the Iron Curtain during the Soviet era, finding corroborating evidence for the Lake Baikal swimmers incident is nearly impossible. However, despite these explanations, sightings persist of strange humanoid figures and advanced aircraft operating in this secluded area. These ongoing sightings hint that the Lake Baikal swimmers might have been more than just a myth, and their mysterious activities might extend far into the present day. The endangered wonders of Lake Baikal. Despite numerous reports of alien encounters in Lake Baikal, scientists and researchers remain undeterred in their quest to explore its mysterious depths. By examining the types of pollen found in Lake Baikal's sediment, researchers have unearthed a fascinating glimpse into the flora that thrived there over 10,000 years ago. Additionally, they've discovered fossil evidence of a diverse range of ancient life, from sponges and an ancient parrot to small mammals dating back to the Miocene epoch, more than 5 million years ago. This suggests that Lake Baikal has long been a vibrant hub of life. But the intrigue doesn't stop with the past. Today, Lake Baikal continues to support an extraordinary array of life forms, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. A significant contributor to this diversity is the lake's hydrothermal vents. These vents occur where cold lake water seeps into cracks in the Earth's crust, heats up near the magma deep below, and then resurfaces, rich with minerals. Lake Baikal is one of the few lakes in the world with these underwater structures, which are more commonly found in oceans. This uniqueness helps foster a bizarre collection of life adapted to the dark, high-pressure environment at the lake's bottom. Scientists have discovered giant bacterial mats, sponges, limpets, fish, and small shrimp-like creatures called amphipods living in these depths. While they may not be dragon-like monsters, these organisms are perfectly adapted to life in total darkness under the immense pressure of thousands of meters of water. Lake Baikal's vibrant ecosystem thrives thanks to the high levels of dissolved oxygen in its waters, even at its extreme depths. This high oxygen content is likely maintained by convection, a process that cycles water from the surface to the bottom of the lake and back up again. This circulation can be influenced by various factors, including hydrothermal vents, wind, water density, and salinity. Even underwater creatures need oxygen to survive, and the abundance of it in Lake Baikal helps them flourish. This high oxygen concentration might even contribute to some of these creatures growing to unusual sizes. For example, many of Baikal's over 350 species of amphipods are much larger than average, possibly due to the ample oxygen supply. Lake Baikal stands out as one of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet, but its wonders aren't confined to the water. When you come up for air and explore the lake's shores, you'll encounter the Baikal seals, the only exclusively freshwater seals in the world. About 100,000 of these adorable, rotund creatures inhabit the lake. How they arrived at Lake Baikal remains a mystery, considering the lake is hundreds of kilometers from the ocean. Nevertheless, their presence adds to the lake's unique charm. Unfortunately, there's a risk that these wonders might not last forever. Like many natural treasures worldwide, Lake Baikal and its incredible inhabitants face threats from pollution and climate change. Over the past 70 years, the lake's temperature has risen by more than 1.2 degrees Celsius. By the year 2100, the surface waters are expected to warm by another 4.5 degrees Celsius. This temperature increase, combined with pollution, has likely led to massive algal blooms on the lake's surface. These blooms consist of algae that can be toxic to fish and crustaceans, posing a significant threat to the lake's ecosystem. Additionally, earlier ice melts could spell disaster for the Baikal seals, which rely on ample spring ice to mate and give birth to their pups. If the lake continues to warm, it could deplete the water of oxygen, suffocating amphipods and other deep-water creatures. Lake Baikal is a treasure trove of biodiversity and natural beauty, but its future is uncertain if current trends persist. The good news is that there's still time to change course and ensure a happy ending for this precious ecosystem. What do you think about the mysterious sightings in Lake Baikal? Let us know your opinion in the comments below.